What's going on, Jerome's? Happy hump day, happy Wednesday out there. Was it Wingy Wednesday? Taco Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, Wingy Wednesday? Should be. But ready for another Vikings news dump. All that good stuff, man. So your Vikings, they had a need at cornerback heading into the offseason. Patrick Peterson, he gone. Sean Sullivan, he gone. Dancer, he gone, etc. And the Vikings brought in Makai Blackman, the pride of USC, at the end of the third round. Now, a lot of people, a lot of Vikings fans on social media didn't like the pick because there's some other more well-known corners available on the board. And Makai Blackman has worked his way into the rotation, and he's done a damn good job. PFF Vikings, Makai Blackman, 76.6 PFF grade versus the Saints. Highest graded rookie DB in week 10, which is good. Which is pretty good. I think eventually I need to have like a coded message on the back here. Anyways, also Makai Blackman, he likes to get after in social media, proving all the haters and the losers wrong. It's fantastic, man. Speaking of the opposite of fantastic. So the Buffalo Bills are ass. Thank you. They're 5-5. Josh Allen just continues to give it away now. And the Bills lost in excruciating fashion. 12 men on the last second field goal against the Broncos on Monday Night Football. And of course, we Vikings fans know Stephon Diggs. Right, so he was a fifth-round pick out of Maryland, and he had a couple of great seasons, a Minneapolis Miracle Man. And Diggs is, one of the best wide receivers in the game, but he tends to not be happy. Now, part of it could be stats. Part of it could be winning. Part of it could be his money. Part of it could be everything, man. But he hasn't said anything yet, but I think that dollars to donuts, he's going to force his way out of Buffalo in the offseason. And his brother, Trevon Diggs, who's a phenomenal cornerback in his own right, unfortunately injured this year for the Dallas Cowboys, he tweeted out, man, 14, Stephon Diggs, got to get up out of there, meaning Buffalo. Sad emoji, crying, sad emoji. All right, so I'm just waiting for us. And, of course, we Vikings fans know that Diggs is like 2 seconds away from it's time for a new beginning. That's right, man. So, and also, like, Vikings fans just like, we've seen this movie before. And, hey, I will always be thankful for Stephon Diggs. First off, the Minneapolis Miracle. Second of all, the priceless 96 questions. Who would you not let date your sister? Diggs. And then Diggs is like, why? I'm a nice guy. It's fantastic, man. But also, his trade to Buffalo facilitated us getting Justin friggin' Jefferson, so I'm certainly okay with that. Something I'm not okay with is power rankings. But, of course, our power rankings, the most accurate power rankings in the known universe, are out today. But PFT Mike Florio, that's not a thermos. So he begrudgingly had to give the Vikings some credit after winning 5 games in a row, 6 out of the last 7. He's got them at 12, up 2 spots. Now, got a couple issues. Number one, who are you more scared of, the Vikings or the Seahawks? Obviously the Vikings. So I have issues with that. I think they should be ahead of the Cowboys. Frankly, I think they should be ahead of the Browns. I think I understand it's a gritty, gutty win against the Ravens, but whatever. Texans are a little bit too low after beating the Bengals, who took a bit of a tumble, sure. But, I mean, the Vikings at 12, yeah, again, it's okay. I fully understand that the national media, even self-reported fans of the Vikings, have to just put the thumb down on the scale. It's okay. It's all right. But check out our power rankings for a more accurate take about things. There you go. I have no transition, but Jack Jones, last year's 4th-round pick out of Arizona State by the Patriots, had some great flashes as a rookie, played some damn fine football, but he'd been in the doghouse with Belichick and also had a couple legal issues, but he was waived after they basically said, hey, adjust your attitude in Germany or we're cutting you. And then he didn't, so he got cut. And Field Yates reported this. The Vikings joined the Raiders in putting a claim in on cornerback Jack Jones per Souse. The Raiders had higher priority in the waiver order and landed the former Patriot in their secondary. And Jack Jones, pride of Arizona State, played under Antonio Pierce in college as well as high school, so that connection makes a ton of sense there. But I love how Kwesi is always trying to find value. And, the cornerback room is relatively okay right now. Murphy is, Evans is dinged up. He's played great. Makai Blackman, Andrew Booth Jr. played some great ball. But Kwesi is always looking to improve any portion of the roster. And Jack Jones, I mean, he's had his issues, but it's clear that the kid has talent, as evidenced by his play at times last year. And of course, we know that Kwesi and company love the "Mama, I can change him" type players. Dan Campbell. So I have respect for Dan Campbell. I wish that he wasn't in the division, but also I feel like his shtick gets a little bit stale sometimes. So Dan Campbell, after talking about his aggressive play calling, because remember, against the Chargers, they had a chance to kick the game leading field goal, but decided to go for it on 4th and 2. And, I mean, it was a gamble because basically the Chargers had shredded the Lions defense. They could have marched down for a game-winning field goal of their own with great field position. But if they get the first down, they can drain the clock and then kick a field goal. So, I mean, Campbell was aggressive and respected because it worked out. But he said to the fans, wear a diaper before some of these games. I mean, okay. I mean, biting kneecaps and all that stuff. Where I understand, like Dan Campbell, who, have you ever seen Dan Campbell's coffee order? It's like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. Just getting after it, man. But, I mean, eventually does the shtick wear thin? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I simply cannot wait until the Vikings get a chance to whip the Lions' ass later on in the season. Bring it on, man. Speaking of the Lions, so Jameson Williams enjoying his day off. And enjoying his day off and putting up posts on social media, but catching a couple strays. So Detroit sports podcast caught this. Jameson Williams enjoying some McDonald's on his day off. So what looks to be a McDouble, which it's a go-to. All the McDoubles are like $2 now, or like $2.50. It's ridiculous. They used to be $1. Also McFlurry, which they're hard to get because generally the ice cream machines are broken. But looks like Jameson got himself an Oreo McFlurry, and he plopped a dollop right on top of that McDouble. Now, he got roasted on the interwebs because of this, because the internet doesn't like things that are different. But I kind of understand where he's coming from. So the sweet and savory aspect is key. But like that's something that the modern American diet, sweet, salty, and fats. If you combine all those, you basically have like edible cocaine. And I mean, it's a big reason why American style Chinese food is so popular. How'd you like your sugar meat? But he got roasted for this. But I'll put this out to people. Try it. Go ahead, try it. Because I mean, it's very common for people to get a milkshake and like dip their fries in it. So again, try it. This could be garbage. But it's sort of under the same guise of, have you ever tried a peanut butter burger? All right, so again, initially that sounds a little bit weird, but having the peanut butter there, sometimes there's jelly on there, but working with the cheese, working with the burger, it actually works out pretty damn well. And again, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people don't like mayonnaise. Some people don't like carrots, whatever, but this could work. It's like why with like a slice of an apple pie, you put a slice of American cheese on it. It kind of works. Or with watermelon, you put a little bit of salt on there, that contrast, that salty sweet, it works out, man. It works out. First off, Jameson Williams isn't quite panning out as a receiver, and I know that Kwesi got completely roasted by fans because he gave up the number 12 overall pick to the Lions for them to take Jameson Williams. Yes, it's more about, hey, you could have Kyle Hamilton or Jordan Davis at 12, but that's beside the point. But I don't think he's wrong on this one. And speaking of wide receiver diets, so Randy Moss NFL Countdown had himself a day. So Jordan Addison, basically, I mean, he's a 21-year-old kid, and we see him from the speeding tickets, like he's sort of immature. That's fine, but also, I mean, his palate is a little bit unrefined, and it kind of goes back to Mahomes only eating like ketchup on steak. But Addison eats an entire bag of Sour Patch Kids before every single game, which I kind of miss having the metabolism of a 21-year-old. So first off, Jameson Williams is just getting after that. But honestly, as a 38-year-old man, like if I smell McDonald's, like not even like take a nibble. If I smell McDonald's, like I'm adding 5 pounds and my joints are getting inflamed. That's where we're at in life. It really sucks. And I love me some Sour Patch Kids. I'm not really about, in terms of candy, I'm not really about chocolate. I'm more about like the fruit candies. Sour Patch Kids are phenomenal, man. And it just goes, again, like gifted athletes, gifted metabolism. I mean, like Adrian Peterson famously had a horrible diet, like 8 tons of McDonald's. Same thing with Chad Johnson. But they got it done, and super jealous. Again, not so much jealous because of all the millions of dollars at the time, or the adulation of being a professional athlete, just being able to eat whatever the F you want and still be shredded. I mean, come on, man. It's great. Also great, bring it on home, is, I was going to bring up the Mahomes underwear thing, but Yeah. But Kirk with JEROME, Ezekiel Cousins. Had his surgery for his Achilles. Just had his cast off this week. And Gessling, Star Tribune, go. Kirk Cousins in a walking boot a couple weeks after his Achilles surgery is serving Thanksgiving meals with the Vikings teammates at the Salvation Army in St. Paul tonight. So Kirk would have every right just to be like, I'm not going out. I'm sort of bummed. I'm going to focus on my rehab and stuff. But you see Kirk doing the trick-or-treat stuff with the fans, doing this and serving the community and paying it forward. That's the type of person that Kirk is, and it's beautiful. But also, dead ass, I thought that Kirk had lost a leg from this picture. Does it kind of look like it? But either way, even if Kirk doesn't suit up ever again for the Vikings, I'm rooting for him wherever he lands, as long as it's not in the NFC North. Well, actually, where would he go? I guess Green Bay kind of makes sense. No, don't put that in the universe. Anyways, that's it. Your thoughts are thoughts of Vikings news dump for a Wednesday. I don't like it. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.